Welcome YouTube. You stumbled along into Gallant Sector, and this is my review for Black Panther. Now I'm gonna make it short, sweet, simple. I don't have a rating system. I don't use numbers anymore. I don't. There's no 1 to 10, no 5 stars and stuff like that. Also, this is non-spoiler. I'm going to do a spoiler review probably next week because this is my second time seeing the film. Today is February 16th, and I saw it last night. And I was tired when I got home. I had company. We were talking about the movie and stuff. I didn't film my review. And I saw it again this morning. This film was fantastic. It was excellent. It was great. Go see it. Now, does that mean that it didn't have any flaws? No. Almost every film has flaws because it's made by people who are imperfect. But the thing is, sometimes we feel like, oh my gosh, that film was perfect. I seen nothing wrong with it. But somebody else can find something wrong with it. You know, it's all subjective, like John Campea would say. But it's all according to your taste. Some movies are just better for other people. I like Ocean's 12. Some people I know don't like it at all. But I love Ocean's 12. And Ocean's 11 is probably my favorite. Especially the old one with the Rat Pack. But, you know, the updated ones. But that's the thing. Everything's different for everybody else. Now, let's get into this film. The performances, top-notch. Everybody. Chadwick Boseman is great as T'Challa. And as we get more of him, Civil War is just a taste. He's emotional. He's worried. He's being funny. You see him when he's in love and what he's like when he's in love. You see the action of him. You see him go through the trials of becoming king. It's fantastic. But he's surrounded by so much good talent that the scene gets stolen so many times. And it's well-deserved because even some of these people who you've never seen before, whether they came from television or movies, and you just never really seen their work before, everybody's so good. Even Angela Bassett, she's in this the little bit of scenes that she had in this, she held her own. She does good. We know she can act. So she delivered what she was supposed to do. You know, Forrest Whitaker was fantastic. I liked him. Found out his son was in this too, and like, okay, yeah, he served his purpose. But there's a lot of talent in this movie. And it's just, all right, like Siri, his younger sister, she was funny. Yeah, she was funny. But at the same time, she was very interesting. Very cute, by the way. Everybody's cute. Oh my God. Like, all right, what is her name? Denaya, the woman from Walking Dead who plays Michonne. Yes, head of the Dora Milaje in this. She is fantastic in this. She's a lot of people's favorites from what I heard and I seen, and I see why. I mean, it's just, she's so cute too. I don't know why. Sometimes in certain scenes she was just so cute. But I have to say the most beautiful woman in this to me was Lupita Nyong'o. Because she was so, oh my gosh, she's so pretty. Anytime Lupita was on the screen, I was looking at her. I couldn't look at what else was happening. And on the second time I saw the film, I was glued to her every single time. She's so gorgeous. But anyway, yeah, everybody holds their own. The Dora Milaje is lethal. And they're of action. It is exactly what you expect if you've read Black Panther comics. And if you haven't, it's a treat. The colors, the performances, the different tribes within the nation of Wakanda. It's all just so good and new and fresh. It was cool. Just a new setting to take primarily. It's filmed in a location that's supposed to be Africa, and it just felt good watching it. It was just something new and enjoyable. I really enjoy how this movie opened up too. It opened up in a way that I didn't expect. And but I tell you this, Michael B. Jordan is Killmonger, and Andy Serkis as Claw, Ulysses Claw. Both of them were fantastic. Claw was crazy, weird, funny, and Killmonger, he was devastatingly good, man. I mean, I didn't see all his points of view. Some people say, oh, you can see why he's doing what he's doing. No, I don't see why he's doing all that he's doing, but I understand how he feels. That's different. Because sometimes we have anger in us, we don't understand things, and we know a person took something the wrong way. Or there's no explanation. They didn't even get a chance to understand why that happened. And the way they act with that is a choice of what you do with your emotions. What you feeling, cool. But what you do with that, but he was good. He was menacing. And a lot of people were talking that I saw in reviews before I saw the movie that something he does at the end caught them, and it was like the most heartfelt moment of the film for them. And I see what they were saying. The first time I saw the movie, I was like, wow, Yeah, that was powerful. It was powerful. No matter what he did, how he was in the film, that was powerful. Second time, it brought some tears to my eyes because I don't know why the second time, but I just was like, oh my goodness, what he said. It's something he says, and we'll talk about that in the spoiler review. But this movie was fantastic, man. And one thing I wanted to say about Wakanda is I didn't know how much of the tech that they have in Wakanda in the comics they want to bring into this movie. Because when we saw Black Panther in Civil War, he really didn't showcase any tech. Not at all. You know what I mean? If you notice, he didn't have any of the things. He was using a regular cell phone when they had Barnes captive. And maybe that was to blend in so people wouldn't know how advanced the civilization is because they think it's a third world country and they think they're all farmers. It's fantastic to see all these actors. Man-Ape, I enjoyed him so much. M'Baku, they didn't want to call him Man-Ape for certain reasons I've read a long time ago that he wasn't going to go by that name. But as a character in the comics, a villain who I just wasn't, it's not one of my favorite villains. The way they were doing him and showing him in this movie from the trailers and stuff, I thought could be very interesting because there's these different tribes in Wakanda and all of them agree to live a certain way. But the White Ape tribe, the Jabari tribe, decided, no, we're going to live in a more traditional fashion. We're not worried about all this tech. We don't need it. We shouldn't use it. In the comics, Man-Ape was strong enough and deadly enough to take on Cap and Black Panther and beat the heck out of both of them. But it's like, in this, it's more so, we want nothing to do with you, but every time it's time to come challenge the king, you can bet we'd be there because we will be better for the throne. They want to do away with all the technology and just live the way they were supposed to. Or traditionally, not the way they're supposed to, because change is good. But this film is fantastic. It really is. Like I said, if you're a fan of Black Panther, you're going to love it. If you're not a fan of Black Panther, go see it because you're in for a treat. And if you don't like the film, you don't like the film. Everybody's not going to like the film. Now, although I don't give ratings to films anymore, I do tell if I enjoyed it or I didn't enjoy it. I was thoroughly pleased. And I'm not forcing myself to go see it a third time. I already bought the tickets for this whole week, but I'm not forcing myself to see it for a third time. I just can't wait to see it again. You know what I mean? I've seen movies up to 4 times before in the theater, and I forced the 4th time. I was just like, I wanted to see certain parts. Too bad it wasn't already on Blu-ray because I would have just fast forwarded to the parts I wanted to see. But no, I do enjoy watching the whole movie. I couldn't wait. Some people say it gets a little slow in the middle. Not for me. I love explanations, especially when you don't know what you're dealing with. Everything they had to say in this movie was important. It was like the first Matrix. Every time a person talked, it furthered the story or the development of a character. It never seemed pointless. And I enjoyed that. Couldn't wait to see what they was going to do next. Couldn't wait to hear what they was going to say, how they say it. Because everything's different than what we know. It's a nation, and it's supposed that's hidden. And they have these traditions, and they have all these secrets. So everything they're doing, you're going to be interested in seeing it. And then when the villain shows up, Killmonger, Michael B. Jordan, was just great. Great as Killmonger. He physically embodied just a person who is menacing, who can fight, take care of himself, that you can fear. And he kept the attitude the whole time. Even when he feel like he got the upper hand, he's not letting go. He's menacing. And it worked really well. But yeah, overall, like I said, the movie was excellent. That's what I'm going to stick with. I'm going to say it's excellent. That's my personal feelings about this. Black Panther is up in my top 5 favorite superheroes. So I think he is. I got to do a list. It's hard. Some people who I just can't let go because they're in my heart. But he's probably my top 5. If he's not, he's not in the lower half of 10. He's up there, man. It's fantastic. And for me, getting into Black Panther pretty late, reading the comics pretty late when I was an adult, I was like, man, let me check this Black Panther guy out. They were talking about him so much. Because when I was a kid, I was like, you know what I mean? Because I just didn't know too much about him. And then as you keep reading comics, you keep seeing why people liked them. And it was crazy. And I had friends who were white that just couldn't stop talking about how cool Black Panther was. And I'm not talking 5 years ago, 6 years ago. I'm talking about like 15 years ago when I was a kid. And when I was young. Like, I'm telling you, like, they love Black Panther. And I was sitting there like, okay, I got to check this guy out. And when I did, I saw why. And he just kept winning me over more and more and more. Yeah, please go see this movie. It's really good. I barely had any complaints at all. Any complaints I do have ain't worth mentioning, so I don't have to say it. Anyway, thank you for watching this and being with me. Talk for about 10 minutes now. I always try to make it short. Sorry about that. Anyway, leave some comments. If you've seen the film, let me know what you thought about it. Or wait for the spoiler review. Yeah, don't comment on this at all, because people will spoil stuff for people. They read the comments, I guess, because people never read the comments when somebody already said something, or you write something to somebody else and they're like, hey man, you're wrong. Like, hey, look man, I already said I was. You gotta make another video for stuff like that. But anyway, that's it. That's my review for Black Panther. 2 thumbs up. Great film. Great performances. Great direction. Ryan Coogler, off the hook. Cinematography. That woman here is doing that stuff for him. Off the hook. Style, wardrobe, set pieces. Fantastic. Enjoyed. Can't wait to see another movie in Wakanda. See you next time.